What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of After Credits. This is my first one in like 2 months.
Yeah, man.
It's my first After Credits in like
this is my first
2
one
months,
in, like,
man.
A long time.
Justice League was the last one I was in.
I love how in this time I've gone to see like the remaining Best Picture nominees that I've seen. I've seen like The Commuter, and I've seen Forever My Girl, and I've seen like a bunch of shit. And the first After Credits we go to is this fucking piece of shit.
Winchester.
Let's cut right to the fucking chase. Winchester, this new horror movie, is a piece of shit.
You can ask him. He had to elbow me at the end of the movie because I was.
Was that you snoring?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
Honestly, I fell asleep for a good few minutes too.
Oh, I feel well rested.
I mean, I did take a tramadol before the movie because I had a massive headache, so that might have made me a little bit sleepy.
Oh,
but
trust me, this movie
I might
is
have
so
fallen asleep
goddamned boring.
This movie is a sleeping pill.
Yeah. This movie's pretty much Benadryl for the mind.
Yeah.
You go to sleep, and once you're finished with it, you feel terrible. This movie is about Helen Mirren, who lives in a house in California, the famous haunted Winchester house. Yeah. Winchester, the rifle company. She owns a majority stake, and this movie steals the premise from A Cure for Wellness, where they get a guy, Jason Clarke, to go basically grab Helen Mirren and investigate her to see if she's crazy or not. And they're pretty much saying, like, look, the bitch is crazy, just hang out there for a week and then write the diagnosis that she's crazy so we can have all of her stakes in the company. Yeah. I feel like this movie has Crimson Peak ambitions, but it lands somewhere like between Insidious 3 and something like The Boy. It's more like the Amityville sequel with Bella Thorne in it.
Yeah.
Bella Thorne was in an Amityville sequel?
Well, the Amityville movie was supposed to come out in like 2015, but it got pushed back to the point where they released it on fucking Google Play.
I think we were talking about that.
Even
yeah, Google
Amazon
fucking Play.
Yeah.
I think it might be on Netflix
not
now.
even YouTube.
It's boring, makes no fucking sense. When it sets up shit, it completely contradicts it. The only good things in it are the costumes, the production design, because it's the actual house they film in, so fuck you. And I think the acting's okay. There are parts in this movie where I think, okay, that's a cool idea, or like you could take that somewhere. A big part of this movie is that the house is made up of a bunch of rooms that go nowhere, like staircases that are blocked off. I thought, okay, like you could play around with it. You could have like people coming in and out of the walls and shit. Like that's kind of fun. But the movie barely takes advantage of that.
Yeah.
So you'll set up these ideas and nothing comes out of it.
Yeah, they set up the whole wall coming out of the closet idea at like the beginning of the movie, and then they did it one time like toward the end. And I was like, oh,
yeah,
I guess that's cool. No sneaking around or anything.
I really like Jason Clarke as a guy. Like, I saw him in Mudbound, I saw him in Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, I see him...
He's in Genesis, right?
He's in Genesis, the poor bastard. It's like, he can't catch a break. And he's pretty good in this movie. I thought out of all the people in the film, he actually had the most, you know...
How did you get a Pop-Tart?
I bought it yesterday.
S'mores Pop-Tart, too. It's the good Pop-Tarts.
I procured it from the fucking walls and the floor of the car. There are 13 Pop-Tarts on this car.
I think it was the cookies and cream one. I think I ate so many and just threw it up like a day.
That's what happens when you eat so much of one little product.
Did the same thing with cinnamon. I was not a smart kid.
I'm eating 10 pounds of gummy bears!
You were doing the cinnamon challenge before it was cool?
I didn't even know it was a challenge. Cinnamon tasted good. You eat things in a lot of times.
Usually a sprinkle or a teaspoon.
No, I
not a full.
No, I took the whole thing and I was like, that's good.
What the fuck?
You're weird. By the way, speaking of which, future video, I want to eat one of those big ass gummy bears.
For a second, I thought you were about to say I want to eat a big ass Tide Pod.
That's what I was gonna think. I was thinking you were saying.
You know what's great? One of the local donut shops in town, they advertised on Facebook. They made a Tide Pod donut, and it's I think it's called Hertz Donut over here in Frisco. Oh. And they have the glaze that's kind of swirled like a Tide Pod, and inside there's like this. I guess it's like
bleach?
Little. It looks like it looks like soap flakes, but I guess it's like sugar or like little bubbles or something like that. It was fucking great and fantastic marketing. And as you can see, talking about marketing, we don't want to talk about this shit at all, but fuck it. Spoiler alert, if you care, cool. If not, or if you care, skip to the time code right here for final thoughts and scores out of 6 stars. If not, just hang out. She is the CEO, technically, or the heiress of this rifle company. And so all the ghosts go to her house pissed off because the person that killed them used that gun. So basically, it's a super liberal gun control ghost movie.
Yeah, and that's what you told me. And I thought that. I was like, wow, this is a big anti-gun control. No, this actually happened in real life, where she sought after the spirits that were killed by the weapons that, you know, she owned the business to make peace.
So wait, she actually like searched them out?
Mm-hmm.
The movie didn't make it like that. It made it seem like all the ghosts were coming towards her.
Because she said she has a Winchester curse.
One of the things I liked about the movie at the beginning was that there was enough plausibility to where you could think maybe Jason Clarke or she's going crazy. Like, when he first starts seeing ghosts, he's set up as pretty much this alcoholic.
Yeah.
And I love how on the bottle, it doesn't even say like whiskey or anything, it just says poison.
It does say
And
poison.
so he drinks with like fucking droplets in his mouth. I don't know if it's actually alcohol or whatever. If it's not,
it's probably some like really fucked up medicine.
Yeah.
It said poison on the bottle, didn't it?
it did, but I thought that might have been like a prohibition joke, but I don't know. He
It's
sees
pretty
ghosts. He sees ghosts after he starts, you know, taking this shit, and after a while he's just like, oh my god, I gotta get sober from this kind of crap. So if they would have included that element that like maybe she was like looking at all these cases and maybe it was her guilt that was driving it and maybe she was going crazy, that would have worked out better. But this movie doesn't offer any of that ambiguity at all or subtlety. Why is it that she's so obsessed with using to lock up all these ghosts? They're like 13 nails. Why? Because it's a horror movie, so fuck you.
Or what? I mean, I wouldn't get it if it was like silver nails or something like that.
She threw in like a one line about like, oh, it's a divine number and it's a cycle of life and death, blah, blah, blah. But the movie clearly shows that the ghost can just like break through the
Yeah, none of
locks.
the shit she seemed to do was working. It seems like the ghosts were just entertaining her little notions of being powerful.
Well, also, you know, during that whole sequence, the San Francisco earthquake happened at that point, and you know, who knows, a nail could have came loose, and then 13's not in there, so
So it was just one big coincidence.
that's what. It's a fucking shitty horror movie. What the hell?
I'm not arguing with you.
I mean, it's a coincidence. Anything that fucking happened in that movie
Those
is a
jump scares in
coincidence.
the beginning were obnoxious. It was like 5 in a row.
Well,
Like,
yeah.
Why start a movie out like that?
That's all this movie has is
Yeah.
jump scares.
I went in not even knowing the title. I had no idea what we were seeing tonight until we were there.
Oh, really?
I had no idea what we were
Wait,
seeing.
you saw like the beginning credits and you didn't think horror movie in the slightest?
I was too focused on that brownie, to be honest.
What was in that brownie, bro?
That was some good shit, like so many different.
That cinnamon chip's nasty though.
Yeah, it wasn't as good
Yeah.
as I expected.
It comes out cold. I'm
I
like, what
just
the
licked
fuck?
all of the cinnamon off. The ice cream was good though. And then I'm looking, and then like the second I look up, he pans, and I'm like, whoa, what the fuck?
The people we were supposed to care about outside of Jason Clarke were nothing. Like the mom and the fucking ginger kid who looks like the mom looks like his older sister,
Right?
which is
She was
weird.
pretty though.
She's pretty in like a weird horror movie kind of way, but
She's
whatever.
pretty.
Creepy.
She's pretty in a 1906 kind of way.
That's actually a really good way to put it.
Nitpick corner. With these kind of movies where the ghost is supposed to be so powerful that it destroys the house, I feel like the ghost should have a backstory that equals the power, right?
Right?
So the
is so
main ghost
boring.
in this movie is just some asshole that went on a rampage and shot 15
Out
people.
of, like, you see an ex-slave in chains in one scene.
Yeah!
You've got
You see
right
Native,
to be
you
angry,
see a Native
dude.
American
And then
there.
this guy is just some serial killer who shot up a bunch of people because he didn't get his way on the battlefield. And then he's the main plot line. Like, so did 200 people, I'm sure.
Yeah, and then the house is like, it's shaking and like fucking stone crumbles and crushes people and
They-
fucking like, wood flies out.
That could be blamed on the earthquake though.
There was no attachment to that ghost whatsoever. Like, they didn't... I mean, I know it's a ghost and he doesn't necessarily have character, but there was no attachment, you know?
Even the Insidious movies will give you the full backstory of that
Build a
guy.
villain.
It'll make it the one ghost in the movie. But this movie just kind of
villain in this movie.
They had a rogues gallery of ghosts that they could use, and they picked the most boring white dude.
Like the shots of the skates going across the hallway.
What the fuck was that shit? They fucking set up. He's reading the book. He's like, okay, Winchester, huh? They make rifles. They also make roller skates. And that's their tie-in to fucking throw in jump scare roller skates. Like, this is fucking Conjuring 2.
Was that a
But in
roller skate? I thought that was like a little toy car.
No, it was a fucking roller skate.
I mean, all skates were back then were shoes with wheels attached to the side.
It was the fucking stupidest,
And
like,
bowling shoes.
little... And Jason Clarke's following the thing because apparently the roller skate's fucking possessed. Like, fuck you, movie. Fuck this movie.
Welcome to our spoiler-free part of the review, talking about Waldo does.
Who wants to go first for final thoughts?
Nice guys.
Ooh.
I didn't think it was as terrible as you guys thought it was. Maybe you guys, y'all.
Yous guys.
Shut up.
Didn't she say the same thing about Rings?
You can't build a horror movie off of nothing but jump scares and expect it to be successful. Like, you need more than that, and especially a horror movie. There's supposed to be some sort of psychological underground for a movie like that. They
Not in
tried
those
to be
rules.
Yeah.
really deep and like metaphoric in this movie.
That's
and
what I was
it
saying with
fell
Crimson
so
Peak.
Flat.
Yeah.
It sounded like
Like you
I
see
was
in
reading
most.
off of Tumblr for half of this movie. This isn't even a good movie to watch drunk with a bunch of friends on a couch.
Because it's fucking slow and you'll
It's-
fall asleep.
It starts out really fast, and I was interested in the first like 20 minutes. I give it a 2.5.
I'm in the same boat with you, 2.5. I
Yay.
think it's
I'm in
something.
good company.
Yeah, because
Ooh, you're
I
boring.
kind of see where this movie could be okay
Who's next?
with all the decisions they had on the table. They picked the choice that was boring
They had
every
potential, but they
single
didn't
time.
go
Out of the millions of
for it.
decisions used to make a movie, maybe there's one or two decisions that actually work, and then the rest of them are just so goddamn mundane and nonsensical that this movie has no reason to exist. Even something shitty like The Darkness
That movie was
is
fun as fuck.
fun because it's stupid. This is bad and it's boring.
This movie had no redeemable qualities.
Oh, really?
Jason Clarke was pretty good.
It has a redeemable quality.
This movie put me to sleep where I was snoring. He had to elbow me to wake me up
I'm like, the movie's almost over.
because
It's okay.
I knew I was snoring. I was conscious of enough for that, but I didn't know how bad it was. Anyway, I'll give this a 1.
Wow.
Dude, I
Dude.
wouldn't watch this movie with a gun to my head.
That's a solid 2? Yeah, 2 out of 6.
Yeah. This was my first AC of the year, and I feel like shit.
Like, subscribe. We got Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Movies we are going to watch that are of importance. Black Panther.
Black Panther.
We're watching Black Panther.
I'm gonna
I want to
hate it.
watch Annihilation.
Annihilation. The Wesley Snipes alien movie.
Did you say Wesley Snipes?
He's in it, right?
I don't think Wesley Snipes.
know,
If Wesley Snipes is in Annihilation as the bad guy, that'd be fucking great.
I think I'm thinking of a different movie.
No, it's the one with Natalie Portman and Jennifer Jason Leigh from Hateful Eight, and they go into this like it's got Oscar Isaac in it too.
This movie drained us.
Yeah, Winchester sucks. Don't watch it. Do literally anything else. Go watch some small YouTubers, man. The new monetization rules are bullshit. Watch a bunch of other small YouTubers rather than this. Off the top of my head, BS reviews, garage movie reviews. Go do anything else other than this. Y'all take care. Have a good night. We'll see you around.
Ugh.